Advance Auto Body, Bob Lee's Tires, Ace Motors, BJ's Towing and Recoveries, Yoho's Towing and Collision Center. Once again, we have a couple of vehicles that are going to be moved by BJ's Towing. If you own a Burgundy Toyota, again, a Burgundy Toyota, license tag U72AJ. Also, if you have a Pontiac, there's a Pontiac also R886XML. You are blocking, okay, a couple cars. Again, we're getting rid of those vehicles, so if you are to block them, you need to get down there and take care of them. His Dodge Pace Truck going to pull it into safety. Laverne Patrick, our flagger down there. Laverne doing a great job, been here many years. Laverne knows how to keep an eye on this entire quarter-mile track here at Sunshine Action Speedway. Field going to work it into turns 3 and 4. Laverne hangs out the green flag. We're underway. We're racing. So Field going to work it into turns 1 and 2. Davis on the outside. Here comes Abby Hall, going to make it 3 wide. Young Abby Hall now 3 wide as they're nose to nose, side by side out of turn number 4. Abby Hall going to muscle her way through there. She'll get around Davis. So Abby Hall doing some daring driving right off the get-go. She's sneaking up into that 3rd position. She'll work the inside. Again, here comes a 72, Jackie Ashley. So Jackie not going to waste no time. She's quickly up there. Contact! In turn number 4, Abby Hall off the speedway. Damage on Yoho's ride. That left quarter panel pushed up into the trunk area. Field single file down the back stretch. Abby Hall running in the number 42. Some damage on her ride. Field comes across the start-finish line. 3 laps in the books, 5 to go. Quietly gaining some ground. Here comes Krista Scott. He'll scoot up to 4th. In the meantime, Jackie Ashley going to work to the inside. She'll pass Joe Freitas in turns 3 and 4. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Bartlett, one-time open wheel modified driver, late model driver. Your early leader now down the back stretch. Jackie Ashley running 2nd, Freitas 3rd. 4th, it's Krista Scott. 5th, it's Davis on the bubble with the 89. 5 laps in the books. They'll come across the line. Bartlett, your leader. Field pretty well, single file. Yoho with damage on that left quarter panel. In the number 75, Robert Yoho, fine, the late model driver, sprint car driver. He can drive them all. And Robert having some fun tonight here at Sunshine Action Speedway. Billy Moore going to pull the 15 into the infield. So problem with Billy Moore's ride. But your leader, Barry Bartlett, about a 4-car late lead as he brings him into turns 3 and 4. Laverne Patrick hangs out the white flag. One more time for Barry Bartlett. On the bubble, it's the 89, Ron Davis the 2nd. He'll be able to scoot up in that transfer spot, so Davis will get himself in that feature event. And it looks like he'll hold on to that as Brandon off the pace in the 18. Checker comes out, your winner, Barry Bartlett in the number 9. Jackie Ashley Freitas, the Scott, and Ron Davis the 2nd. Scheduled in the 69, and Mike Gamache in the 3, the number 19. Ron Brown in the 81, Mike Hill in the 22. There's a couple good competitors, row 2. Welch, your current points leader and defending 2-time champions, got 2 championships in a row. Hoffman in the 7, picked up a win a couple months ago, and Mike Gamache in the 3. Green flag comes out, we're racing. Angie Grant picked up a heat win a couple weeks ago, and that number 19. So some pretty good competition. The field works down that back stretch. A lot of maneuvering going on now. Hoffman not going to give up that inside. He's door to door with Roger Welch as they come out of turn number 4. Ron Brown, he's pretty competitive in these heat races. Ron's got a couple heat wins for himself in that number 81. And he's going to ride that high side, working into turns 3 and 4. So Angie Grant going to bring him across the line. 6 cars, nose to tail, 2 laps in the book, 6 to go. Tommy's Radiator, street stock heat number 2, veteran driver, Mike Hill, and that cotton transmission machine working on Angie Grant. Now he's looking to the outside. Again, he'll tuck it in right on the bumper of Angie Grant out of turn number 4. Mike Hill again trying to get a run down into turns 1 and 2. Hill sneaking up to the outside. Angie Grant going to ride that inside lane. In the meantime, good battle for 3rd. Here comes the 98 of Roger Welch. He'll scoot to the inside of Ron Brown. So Ron Brown will get it back into single file formation. 4 laps down, 4 to go. So your running orders, they come out of turn number 2. Your leader, wire to wire, Angie Grant, the 19. Angie going to stay down low. Running second, Mike Hill in the 22. Roger Welch in third, challenge for fourth. Here comes off into the inside. Brown on the outside. Mike Gamache hung up behind the 7. Gamache trying to get himself in on that final transfer spot. And he's sitting back in 5th as he makes the pass on Ron Brown. So Gamache riding for Chuck Height in the 3. Sneaks into that final transfer spot. Mike Hill continuing to hawk the 19 of Angie Grant as they work down the back stretch. Welch peeks to the inside and Mike Hill shuts the door. The white flag is up, so Angie Grant looking for a wire-to-wire win here. And she's just got to bring it around a couple more turns. She'll work down that back stretch. Hill going to give her a run down the back stretch. Mike trying to climb that wall and get a run on Angie Grant. Now he's still working the outside. Checker in the air. Angie Grant picks up the win. Hill will pick up second. Roger Welch third. Hoffman. And then it's Mike Gamache running. Please scoot up Brian Sabato in the 0-1. That's the way we line them up for Tommy's Radiator Street Stock Heat number 3. Again, we'll take our top 5 cars, move them on to the feature event. Laverne Patram looks him over. A green flag is in the air. We're racing. Ellershaw in the 50. Working on Robert Nappy. Going to split him. They're going to go 3 wide down the back stretch. Battling for third. 3 cars side by side. Again, the 99 of Hawkins going to go around by himself. Ellershaw, he'll take advantage of it with company right behind him. So a couple veteran drivers putting the move on the 99. Here comes the number 07, Clary. As they're really bunching up into turn number 3, heavy traffic. Working out of turn number 4. Again, Clary gets around Ellershaw for second. Ellershaw, that car a little loose there as he's having handling problems along with Nappy in the 09. So a pack of cars battling for third. In the meantime, somebody that's going to enjoy this one is your pole sitter, Jerome Wallen, as he's got a pretty good gap there. Wallen coming out of turn number 2, Clary running second. Then it's a whole pack of cars battling for that third position. Nappy going to sneak out of there in third. Jackie Chetto running 4th with a lot of company around her. 4 laps down, 4 to go, halfway point. Tommy's Radiator Street Stock Heat number 3. Ellershaw's been backpedaling in the 50. That car not handling well as he seems to be very loose. That back end wants to come around at Ellershaw. So Ellershaw with the number 97, his teammate Miley. As again, they're battling for that final transfer spot. But up front in the Romax ride, it's Jerome Wallen. He'll come across the start-finish line. Running second is Clary. Third, it's Nappy. Fourth, it's Gentle. Fifth, it's Miley. Rex Hawkins in the number 99. Battling with Brian Sabato deep in the field. A couple guys will move up into that Concy race. White flag in the air one more time for the 31 of Jerome Wallen. Ellershaw in the 50. He's currently 8th in points. And he's battling hard to get in that final transfer spot. It looks like he's not going to get it. Checker comes up. Your winner, Jerome Wallen in the Romax ride. Clary picking up second. Dave Clary coming out of that 7th position to pick up that second spot. Nappy in the number 12. Round, heat number 4, Tommy's Radiator Street Stocks. So again, Dayton Andrews Dodge Pace Truck pulls it into safety. Dave Waters, your driver of the Dayton Andrews Pace Truck. Again, Webb in the number 40, getting ready to go. He'll stand on the throttle. Laverne Patrick hangs out the green flag. We're racing. Kirby Kitzman at number 25. He's picked up some wins right there. He's a good runner. Altonwall, 4 wins this season in the 61, working on Cantera. Cantera, pretty good driver here at Sunshine Action Speedway. Again, he'll work the outside lane. Coming down that front stretch, good racing, 3 rows deep. Kitzman in the 25, battling on the outside to him. Chambers in the 91. They're side by side. Right behind him, it's Altonwall in the 61. Then it's Dennis Cantera in the 12. Right behind him in the number 4 machine, that's Zimmerman. And Muchanek in the number 83. Yeah, they're working deep in the field. Again, your top 5 cars move out of that feature event. Again, 3 wide, Alterall working in turns 3 and 4. He'll scoot up to 3rd. Here comes the 91 of Chambers working the outside. Cantero squeeze in the middle of this one. He'll bounce off of Zimmerman. Again, it looked like he was hooked up for a second with Zimmerman as they'll work the outside. Cantero going around. He'll get it straightened out. So Cantero has his work cut out for him. He's deep in the field. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Contact down the flat tire on Zimmerman. He'll loop it down the front stretch. So right tire going down on Zimmerman's number 4. Again, trying to get the 4 off the speedway. Yellow comes out. Terry Zimmerman off to get that tire change. We'll see Terry out for that County race. Wedlock in the number 96, your leader. Laverne Patrick hangs out the green flag. We're 4 laps down, 4 to go. So Wedlock off to a pretty good restart in the 96. Webb going to hold up the 61 of Alterall. Alterall running in that 3rd position in the 61, and it's Kitzman 4th. Chambers in that final transfer spot. They're going to bunch him up. Nose to tail coming out of turn number 4. Cantera in the 12, trying to get himself in that feature event by a heat race. He's running in that 6th position. So Cantera battling hard in that number 12 machine. Wedlock in the 96 checking out at turn number 4. He'll come across the start-finish line. Field single file out of turn number 2 down that back stretch. Going to the inside to 61 is Alterall. He'll make the pass on Webb as they go into turns 3 and 4. White flag up one more time around for Wedlock in the 96. Alterall 2nd. Webb running in that 40. Sits back in 3rd. Kitzman 4th, 5th. It's Chambers now a challenge for the final transfer spot. Here comes the 12. They're going to bump and grind down the backstretch. Door to door. Cantera on the inside. Checker comes out. Wedlock your winner. Battle for that final transfer spot is Cantera in the 12. So Dennis Cantera getting in by a heat race. Just gets past the 91.
We'll give them a few laps here to clean off their tires. These tires are real sticky, so they have to clean them off before they can really go to racing. They pick up a lot of debris in the pits.